This is GARIS Essays, that is 2-3 page opinion pieces on topics such as species dominance, the global state, politics, femtotech, religion, society and education. Written by and read aloud by Prof. Dr. Hugo de GARIS. This is essay number 12, that is 1-2, entitled Species Dominance, Poll, P-O-L-L, Poll Results, by Prof. Dr. Hugo de GARIS. Email profhugodegaris@yahoo.com, website profhugodegaris.wordpress.com. Abstract. Opinions vary on the level of optimism/pessimism that should be appropriate regarding the prospect that humanity will replace itself as the dominant species this century by building artilects, that's artificial intellects, massively intelligent machines, with mental capacities trillions of times above human levels. Personally, I am tired of the unbridled optimism of people like Ray Kurzweil, who sees only the beneficial effects of cyborging humanity. I'm at the other extreme, predicting an artilect war that will kill billions of people as the Terrans, that's anti-artilect, go to war to stop the Cosmists, that's pro-artilect, and cyborgists make humans artilects from building artilects. I thought it might be useful to consult the general public on these issues using opinion polls. This essay presents the results of 2 different questionnaires that were presented to a group of Australian academic electronic engineers, 60% of whom thought an artilect war is coming, and B, a group of American designers/architects who were more optimistic, maybe. This essay also proposes the creation of a new branch of sociology called artilect sociology that will investigate the sociological/psychological aspects of the species dominance debate. That is, should humanity build artilects this century? 1. Introduction. For years, I've been complaining in the media, for example, go to the text to see the link, that the level of optimism of Ray Kurzweil concerning the rise of massively intelligent machines, that's artilects equals artificial intellects this century, is irresponsibly high. Kurzweil is a Pollyanist, that is, he sees everything through rose-coloured glasses. I, on the other hand, paint a very pessimistic picture, predicting that a portion of humanity, Terrans, that's anti-artilect, will go to war to stop the Cosmists, pro-artilect, and cyborgists who want to upgrade themselves into artilects, from building artilects that will have mental capacities trillions of times above human levels. This artilect war, I predict, will kill billions of people using later 21st century weaponry. I'm thus a Jeremiahist because I think that the most realistic scenario is actually the worst. Our polar opposite views on the rise of the artilect this century don't seem to have influenced each other very much, so I began to wonder what could be done to get the Pollyannists to take the negative scenarios more seriously. The answer I came up with was to use opinion polls with the general public to benefit from the wisdom of the crowds. If the Pollyannists could see that a substantial proportion of humanity thought that the negative scenario should be taken seriously, then maybe they would tone down the level of their optimism and become more realistic, more balanced, that is, more pessimistic. So in the second half of 2011, I started taking opinion polls by creating questionnaires. This essay reports on the results of 2 such polls. The first was a rather amateurish affair on my part, which nevertheless shocked me. It was to an Australian group of academic electronic engineers, 60% of whom thought that an artilect war is coming between the Terrans and the Cosmists/cyborgists. The second, more professional, was to an American group of designers/architects who were more optimistic, which showed interesting gender, religiosity and age gaps in its results. 2. The first questionnaire. In August of 2011, I gave a species dominance talk to some electronic engineers at Melbourne University in Victoria, Australia. The audience consisted mainly of professors, lecturers, postdocs and grad students. That is, heavily techie. What follows is the questionnaire itself, and then the results and a bit of analysis. In the next section, 3, a more serious questionnaire follows that resulted from consultation with a sociology professor, along with its results. Questionnaire on machines with superhuman intelligence. Definitions. Please read this first. Intellect, artificial intellect, massively intelligent machine. Cosmist, a person who wants humanity to build intellects. Terran, a person who does not want humanity to build intellects. Cyborg, cybernetic organism, part machine, part human. Cyborgist, a person who wants to become an intellect by adding components to his brain. Species dominance debate. Should humanity build intellects in the coming decades? Intellect war. A species dominance war between the Terrans and cosmists/cyborgists. A. Your sex, male, female, your age, your occupation, job. D. Your religion, if any. Question 1. Which one of these three philosophies do you have the most sympathy for? A. Terranism, building intellect/cyborgs, is too risky to human survival. B. Cosmism, intellect building is like God building. C. Cyborgism, modifying humans to become intellects. 2. Do you think humanity should allow intellects to exist that are more intelligent than humans? Yes or no? 3. Do you think humanity should allow cyborgs to exist that are more intelligent than humans? Yes or no? 4. Do you think that the species dominance war between human groups is extremely unlikely, moderately likely, highly likely? 5. If super intelligent intellects come into being, do you think they will wipe out humanity with 0 probability, very low probability, moderate probability, high probability, certainly? 6. Do you think a planet-wide maximum legal limit should be placed on the level of intelligence in our machines? Yes or no? If you answered yes to 6, should that maximum level of artificial intelligence be less than human intelligence levels? Question 8. If our machines approach human intelligence levels in the coming decades, would that make you feel very fearful, indifferent, optimistic, very optimistic? In the next few decades, which of these three technologies do you think will most change the way we live? Artificial intelligence, biotechnology, nanotechnology. 10. Should humanity technologically extend its mental and physical capabilities? Yes or no? 11. Should humanity embrace or ban superhuman technologies? Analysis/comments questionnaire. Machines with superhuman intelligence. Raw numbers. QA. Males 24, females 5. QD. Religious 6, non-religious 15. Q1. Preferred philosophy. Terran 6, Cosmos 6, Cyborgist 12. Question 2. Should build intellects? Yes, 25. No, 2. Question 3. Should build cyborgs? Yes, 21. No, 6. Intellect war coming? Extremely unlikely, 6. Moderately unlikely, 6. Moderately likely, 9. Highly likely, 8. Question 5. Intellects wipe out humanity. 0 probability, 5. Very low probability, 11. Moderate probability, 9. High probability, 3. Certain, 0. Limit on AIQ? Yes, 7. No, 20. AIQ less than human? Yes, 2. No, 6. Fearful/optimistic? Very fearful, 1. Fearful, 3. Indifferent, 3. Optimistic, 15. Very optimistic, 6. Question 9. Biggest changer, question 9. AI, 4. Bio, 11. Nano, 10. Question 10. Extend mental/physical? Yes, 25. No, 3. Embrace superhuman. Embrace, 24. Ban, 2. Comments. Question A. Males more interested in this issue? 5 to 1. Most were non-religious, about 5 to 2. Question 1. Cyborgism most popular. Cyborg to Terran, that's 2 to 1. Cyborg to Cosmos, 2 to 1. Question 2. Most want to see Artlex built, 25 to 2. Question 3. Most want to see cyborgs built, 7 to 2. Question 4. 17 to 29 think moderately or highly likely an Artlex war is coming. That is about 60%. I think that was the highlight of the questionnaire. So I'll rephrase that. About 60% of these electronic engineers, academics, think that there's a moderate or highly likely risk that an Artlex war is coming. That's scary. 12 to 29 think moderate or extraordinarily unlikely an Artlex war is coming. That is about 40%. That is 3 to 2, moderately high to high, as to moderately low, low. Question 5. Few people think Artlex will wipe out humanity. Question 6. Most people don't want a limit on AIQ levels, 20 to 7. Question 8. Most people optimistic, very optimistic about machines approaching human level IQ, 20 to 7. Question 9. Most people think biotech/nanotech will have biggest impact over AI, 5 to 1. Question 10. Nearly everyone thinks humanity should extend mental/physical capacities, about 8 to 1. Nearly everyone thinks humanity should embrace superhuman technologies, about 12 to 1. General comments. If further, more scientifically based questionnaires continue to show similar answers to question 4 above, I'll go back to this question 4. The likelihood that an Artlex war is coming. Question 4 above. Then this is highly significant. It would mean that the majority of people think that an Artlex war is coming. This will force the more optimistic of the Artlex futurists to be less sanguine, and will give the debate on the species dominance issue more focus. The world media should then be contacted, because this is big news. If an Artlex war comes, then it may be the most significant event ever to happen to humanity, especially if billions of people are killed as a result. 3. The second questionnaire. The above first questionnaire was created by me. It will be obvious to anyone that it was an amateurish affair. I am not a sociologist nor a psychologist, so my first questionnaire's methodology was not very scientific. It was more a consciousness-raising device. Various sociologists criticized me for it, so for the second questionnaire I got some professional help. The father of my good friend Ben Gersel, that is Ted Gersel, is an American sociology professor. He's now retired. So I asked for his help in making a second questionnaire by sending him the first as a guide to what I was trying to do. He then sent back his suggestions, which I changed a little bit. The resulting 19 questions you can see below. This questionnaire, in the actual format that was distributed to the people who filled it in, can be found. I'll give the link here. So profhugo-degaris.wordpress.com/2011/Hugo-degaris-questionnaire.docs. On one side of the single-page questionnaire were definitions of the three main philosophies concerning the species dominance debate. These definitions were needed so that people who were new to the debate could familiarize themselves with the main viewpoints. The other side contains the questions. In October of 2011, I gave an invited talk to the Applied Brilliance. You can get their link is appliedbrilliance, that's one word, .com. Meeting, similar in format to the TED Talks, in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, USA. A video of this talk can be found, so that's vimeo.com/310635556. The husband of the organizer of Applied Brilliance, Deborah Patton, helped tidy up the questionnaire a bit And now I will use it again at the Humanity Plus conference. Link hk.humanityplus, that's one word, .org, in Hong Kong in December 2011. At the Applied Brilliance meeting, 42 of the 45 attendees filled in the questionnaires. It was an interesting bunch of people, mostly designers and architects, and definitely non-techies. With a more or less 50-50 split between male and female, theist and atheist, and oldies more than 50 years old, and youngies less than 50 years old. So I was able to compare across gender, religiosity and age lines. Specifically, of the 42 respondees, 24 were male, 18 female. 20 were atheists, 20 were theists, 22 atheists. 19 were under 50, 23 were over 50. 10 of them labelled themselves cosmists, that is, they believe that humanity should build artificial intellects, that is, massively intelligent machines. 7 labelled themselves Terrans, that is, they believe that humanity should not build artilects. And 9 labelled themselves cyborgists, that is, they believe that humanity should modify themselves to become artilects. 16 were not sure. Summarising. Respondees, 42. Males, 24. Females, 18. Theists, 20. Atheists, 22. Youngies, that is less than 50, 23. Oldies, 19. Cosmists, 10. Terrans, 7. Cyborgists, 9. Not sure, 16. Notes on the second questionnaire. The questionnaire consisted of 19 opinions that respondees were asked to give a 1 to 5 score to. 5 meant strongly agree, 4 moderately agree, 3 not sure, 2 moderately disagree, 1 strongly disagree. The number of people who scored 5 or 4 were said in the percentages below to have agreed. Those who scored 3 were said to be unsure, ? The number of people who scored 2 or 1 were said in the percentages below to have disagreed. For the raw scores, see profhugodegaris.files.wordpress.com/2011/copy-of-Art Brilliance Questionnaire Excel, all one word, .xls. The results are formatted as follows, taking one of the opinions as an example. Q10. Should there be a law limiting the intelligence of computers and robots? I think I'll just give the highlights. You need to, there's just too much detail. You need to go to the actual text and for the detail. I'll say verbally the figures in red, which were the highlights. So the question, should there be a law limiting the intelligence of computers and robots? So disagree males, so the males disagree 73%. And that was amongst the atheists. And greater than 50, 84% disagreed. Amongst the females, the theists, 55% disagreed, and less than 50, 52%. Yeah, these numbers are going to get rather boring, I think, after a while. Comments. Most disagreed, especially the atheists, and the oldies very especially. The opinion statement should be straightforward. Male means that 4% of the males agreed, 21% weren't sure, 67% disagreed. The abbreviations used were male for male, fem for female, ATH for atheist, TH for theist, greater than 50 for the oldies, less than 50 for the youngies, all for all the respondees. If a subgroup, that is, for example, atheist, of one of the 3 categories, gender, religiosity, age, differed by more than 15 percentage points from its corresponding opposite subgroup, for example, theists, the percentages were given in red for emphasis. The percentages are followed by comments that summarise in words the main results of the opinions. These comments reflect closely the percentages of the all results as well as the red percentages. Yeah, I think I'll just I'll just read out the reds. I'm always very boring. Okay, question 1. Scientists should try to build computers that are smarter than people. Males agree 67%. And males, the older than 50, 74% agree. Female agreed 44%, and the young 43%. Comments. Most agreed, especially the men and oldies. Question 2. People should be allowed to implant computers into their bodies. Males 67% agreed, and the oldies 63% agreed. Women 39% agreed, and the younger than 50 40% agreed. Comments. Half agreed, with the men and oldies agreeing more. Question 3. Highly intelligent computers will be risky to human survival. Comments. Only about 40% disagreed. A third agreed. Scary, because that shows how mixed it is. Okay. Question 4. It is against God and nature to build computers smarter than people. Male, 83% disagreed, and the over 50, 95% disagreed. Amongst women, 67% disagreed. So quite a big difference between the sexes. And the young, 65% disagreed. Comments. Most, 80%, disagreed with this, especially the oldies versus the youngies. Question 5. Building computers smarter than people should be against the law. The oldies, 89% disagreed. And 65%. I'm just wondering what I'm doing here. Whatever. Well, comments. Most, 80%, disagreed, especially the oldies versus the youngies. Question 6. It is against natural law to build robots that are part human. Males, 63% disagreed. Atheists, 64% disagreed. Greater than 50, 79% disagreed. Females, 39% disagreed. The theists, 40% disagreed. And the youngies, 30% disagreed. Comments. About half disagreed, with males, atheists and oldies disagreeing a lot more. Okay, question 7. A war between robots and humans is likely to happen in the future. The males disagreed 54%. Females disagreed 28%, so quite a difference amongst the sexes. Comments. Only about 40% disagreed, with the women disagreeing a lot less than the men. Question 8. If superhuman robots are built, they may not care about humanity. The atheists, 27% agreed. The theists, 50% agreed, so quite a difference. Comments. Nearly 40% of people agree with this, especially the theist versus the atheist. Ominous. Question 9. No one should be allowed to implant a computer in his or her body. Males agreed 17%. Females 0%. The oldies disagreed 79%, and the youngies disagreed 48%. Question 10. Comments. Most disagreed, especially the oldies, whereas the men agreed more than the women. Question 10. Should there be a law limiting the intelligence of computers and robots? Atheists disagreed 73%, and the oldies disagreed 84%. The theists disagreed 55%, and the youngies 52%. I think from now on I'll contrast in this along either religion or age or sex. You see the contrast more easily. Okay. Comments. Most disagreed, especially the atheists and the oldies. Very especially. Yeah. Okay, question 11. I am frightened about the possibility of robots taking over the world. 71% disagreed males, 44% disagreed females. The oldies disagreed 74%. The youngies disagreed 48%. Comments. Nearly 2/3 disagreed, especially the men and the oldies, but a third did not disagree. Question 12. It would be a great achievement to build robots smarter than humans. Male agree 58%, female agree 39%. The oldies agree 58%. Youngies agree 43%. Comments. Half agreed, especially the men and the oldies. Question 13. Is there a real danger that super intelligent robots will wipe out humanity? Males disagree 63%. Females disagree 44%. The oldies disagree 63%. The youngies disagree 48%. Comments. Only about half disagreed, with the men and oldies disagreeing more. Question 14. It's human destiny to build entities smarter than ourselves. The oldies agree 58%. The youngies agree 43%. Comments. Half agreed, especially the oldies, but nearly a third disagreed. Almost. Question 15. Scientists should leave the human genome as God and nature created it. Males disagree 54%. Females disagree 39%. Atheists agreed 9%. Theists agreed 25%. That's interesting. The oldies disagreed 68%. The youngies disagreed 30%. Comments. About half disagreed, especially the men, the atheists, and the oldies. So we're getting some differences along age and religious polarities. Okay. Question 16. Scientists should leave the human... So that was 15. 16. Genetic engineering should be used to cure diseases and improve crops. Atheists agreed 59%. Theists agreed 75%. Comments. Most agreed, especially the theists. Question 17. Tiny robots should be built to enter the human bloodstream and cure diseases. Atheists agreed 55%. Theists agreed 80%. The oldies agree 84%. The youngies agreed 52%. Comments. Most agreed, with the theists and the oldies agreeing strongly. Question 18. A species dominance war, Terrans versus Cosmos/Cyborgists, is coming. Male agreed 25%. Female agreed 6%. Comments. A quarter of the men agreed, almost no women. Half disagreed. Interesting. Question 19. Human beings and artefacts can peacefully coexist. Males 58% agreed. Females 33% agreed. Interesting. Atheists 59% agreed. Theists 35% agreed. The oldies 63% agreed. Youngies 35%. Comments. Half agreed, but only a third of the women, with the men, the atheists and oldies agreeing more. Okay, now comments, I think. Gender, religiosity and age gaps. Men agreed more than women on the following opinions. Question 1. Scientists should try to build computers that are smarter than people. Question 2. People should be allowed to implant computers into their bodies. Question 9. No one should be allowed to implant a computer in his or her body. Question 12. It would be a great achievement to build robots smarter than humans. Question 18. A species dominance war, that's Terrans versus